What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another unboxing for you, this time from our boys over at 6 Cents. Picked up quite a few items this time. This is a pretty big order. Lately I've been ordering more things from Tackle Warehouse. I'll probably stick to that, but I decided to scope out the clearance section of 6 Cents and see if there was any good finds in there, and I think there were. I think you're gonna like this. So we're gonna get to that in a second. Before we do, if you like unboxing content, reviews, fishing videos, we do all of that here on the channel, so consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it very much. Smash the like on this video and ring that notification bell so you can see when we post more videos. You can also come and hang out with me and my buddy Paul. We talk to awesome people in the fishing industry on our BurlyFishing Live podcast every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Would love to see you there and talk to you in chat. First of all, if you haven't been paying attention on social media, the crew from 6 Cents has been just blasting PBs. It's absurd. They went to some big lake in Texas. I don't even remember which one, but they have just been setting lake records with smallmouth and largies alike. It is absurd. So congrats to them. That's awesome. Next time, I'll wait for my invite. Casey, thank you. Okay, moving on. We're gonna open up this box. So in this box, like I said, we got some clearance items. We got some regular items. We got some spring items we're gonna be using. Let's see what I got, because I honestly don't remember. You guys like me, do you forget? Like I order the tackle and within 2 days I'm like, what'd I order again? Yeah. Also, I ordered these a little while ago. Unfortunately, down in Texas, things were not going great. There's a big freeze. A lot of people got into, unfortunate situations. So I feel for you guys down there. I hope everybody recovers well. Unfortunately, that is where 6 Cents warehouses are. So they were unable to ship for a little while. They sent out a big apology and they're back on track now. So here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's a lot in here. The first two I want to grab off the top are very important, very important. I actually sent Debo's Fishing one of these, and then I ended up just buying myself some too, because that's what you do when you buy gifts, right? I'm not the only one that does that. No. So what I sent him was the Flush 5.2 Jerkbait. So this is a fluke style bait from 6 Cents that I am very excited to throw this season. It is a unique looking jerkbait. If I can open it, that'd be super great, wouldn't it? They are well sealed. Holy cow. So this first color here is called Watermelon Gill, and I love it because you'll see why. Green pumpkin top, that bottom, little like translucent, kind of like gray to it, but that shiner color, right? That's what I'm looking for. Those blue flakes that just pop. I love that little flash to it. Subtlety of the green pumpkin. It's gonna get bit, but let's take a look at this thing up close. We've got little fins coming off the side, so that's cool. Not sure what that's gonna do for the movement in the water, but it might help it stabilize a little bit better. Got that dorsal fin is actually like a little hook keeper section. Got your belly hook area down here, and then we come to this nice tapered tail, and then coming down to this nice forked tail. So this tail is awesome. Super tapered plastic there, so it's gonna have a ton of action to it, and then of course the entire tail itself is very tapered as well. So pretty cool, unique fluke style bait, and I love that they clamshell package it as well, so you know that it's gonna hold its shape. You're not gonna get those funky tails that you sometimes get, a little kinked tail with your paddle tails and your flukes. So there you go. Pumped about throwing these. Then we got a green pumpkin juice color version of it too. So check this color out. Very dark color. We've got the purple, green, gold flake in there, just all sorts of just explosions of color in it. So basically, if you can't tell, I went for a lighter color and a darker color, just keeping it simple so I could pick up 2 of them to try them out. But there we go. Awesome little fluke bait. Can't wait to be throwing these around. Okay, a couple clearance items here. So we picked up the Magdog 130 SW. This is a top water bait. There are going to be some big baits thrown on this channel. You guys are going to want to stay tuned. Swim baits and giant top water baits. Why is this thing on clearance? Because it's a saltwater bait. So check it out. I kind of just wanted to have this one. It was like a bone color here. Look at that. and it's got the saltwater hooks. So these are very, very well-made trebles that are not going to rust because or get corroded by the salt. Does that matter for freshwater? No, it's gonna catch fish. So I knew I was on clearance, but it was too good a deal for me to be like, nah, dog, I don't want that. Plus, it's huge. So I can't wait to be throwing this thing around. Check it out. That is awesome. Saltwater bait, what a goon. Who does that? That thing is just sweet. I just wanted a giant topwater walking bait, honestly. I don't know, this is just a mixture of clearance things. So next up, we've got probably one of my favorite square bills of all time, the Mini Mag Cloud 9. This one in a nice chartreuse and black color. So these things are awesome. 3.8 inches, they're pretty big. It's pretty hefty too, 7/8 of an ounce, just shy of an ounce. But they're silent. They are silent. I mean, it's big enough and it's got a wide enough wobble, look at that lip right there, that it puts off just so much movement and vibration in the water. You don't really need the sound. But this thing straight gets bit, especially on my rivers. So nice size square bill. You can see it here, my hand. It's pretty big, pretty hefty. But great colorway. We've got the black on top, chartreuse, kind of a straight classic color with hard baits, and then a little orange on the lip there. I think are really well made. It's got those really nice trebles on it too, so it keeps fish pinned. I've caught a lot of fish on different color variants of this exact bait right here. Silent. But deadly. I think mostly I bought plastics in this one. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, definitely lots of plastics. But I think all these plastics were on clearance too. So we've got some Clout 5.4s in Grass Candy. That is a green pumpkin purple, if you guys aren't familiar with it. There you go, green pumpkin, little purple line in there. Purple is deadly, green and purple together. Can't go wrong. So here we have that like purple line, and then you've got the darker green on the belly with a lot of purple and green flakes throughout. I like the Clout. It's got a really unique shape that helps with the action. So we're gonna be, I mean, weightless wacky rigging this in spring is kind of cheat codes, and then weightless Texas rigging it as well. Slow moving. It's cold water up here in Michigan, so you gotta do that. In fact, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what your go-to baits for spring are. I wanna hear from you. You hear from me all the time. I don't get to hear from you all the time. Let me know in those comments, all right? Then we got the Ned Fry. So Ned Fry is one of my favorite worms to throw around. It's just a nice, dense plastic. It's weighted enough that you can rig it weightless and then huck it anywhere you want. Had to get me this color, chartreuse pepper. So just vibrant, maybe violently green. So that chartreuse with some black flake in there. Just a good classic color to be throwing around. And you could Ned rig it. You could just mess around. River juice, gonna be. And then we got purple. You guys notice the theme on this channel? Green and purple, chartreuse. Yeah. All right, so we got purple. This one's called Cinnamon Crave. So I actually have this exact same color in their Divine Shaky Worm, one of the longer ones, which I like a lot. So I decided to pick one up, why not, in the Ned Fry. And again, here's that Ned Fry up close. So you got like that flat edge on the back, and you got the nice rib body on the front. Comes down to a nice tapered tail. Very dense, very durable, easy to cut down, so you can rig this, wacky Nico, Texas rig, Carolina rig it, whatever you want to do. And then you can cut it down and throw it on a Ned rig. Or you can shaky head it. I mean, very versatile worm. I like it. Coming in at 4.6 inches, and you get 10 in these bags. Okay, so we got two more body baits here, actually. These were both on clearance too, I think. So we got the Hyper Jerk 70. This is a different kind of jerk bait that I have never thrown, so I really want to throw this thing. It's 3/8 of an ounce. Color of this one is Ghost Pro Green. So here we go, the Hyper Jerk. Why do I like it? It's got that tied treble. I love this kind of material. I think it's awesome. This is not your typical jerk bait, right? It doesn't look like a jerk bait, but it is a small profile, so I get nice small presentation, which is good for colder water months for me. It's basically like a surface level jerkbait. So you notice, obviously we don't have a lip, so we're not doing a lot of diving, but based on the line tie here and the instructions I read, it's gonna go subsurface. So we're probably, you know, in that top 1 to 2 feet of the water column. Based on the weight, we got kind of a heavy rattle to it. You got that tapered treble, which is going to draw them in with that little streamer there. So it's got a nice flash to it. And it's going to have a crazy erratic action. It's a twitch, twitch, pause bait. You're going to use that going for reaction strikes. But it's just something cool and different that I've never thrown. So I was like, yeah, man, I got to pick one of these up, see what happens. I think it looks gosh dang good. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work at all. It lives on my wall. There you go. Then we got a Crush 50S Silent, and I guess a color that they don't want to make anymore. So this one is, it's a cool name for the color too. Paranormal Craw. So it is their Crush 50, no rattle, right? Crush 50. So small size square bill, kind of the size that I love to be throwing around there right now. And I love like the blue accent on the nose. We got those awesome green eyes you get with like their black light and their black magic colors. And then you get this like white ribbing design going down there. It's like that matte paint finish. So, I mean, dude, oh, look at the belly. Look at that belly. That belly's awesome. I mean, the opaque lip, like tons of great details to it. I can't see why it wouldn't work in darker waters, that stain, that muddy water, the runoff of the river after the ice melts and the snow melts, like, yeah, gonna work. So I was pumped to pick that up on clearance. We got a couple jigs. These like were out of stock. I tried to buy them before they were out of stock. Now they're back in stock. So just a couple like basic screw lock Divine swim jig heads, because we're gonna be throwing some swim baits. There's some here in a second. And like their classic shad pattern here. There you go. So nice little swim jig head with a screw lock. So whatever we thread on is going to stay on a little bit longer. Love the eyes on these things. I think the jig head is just molded really well. And then I picked up some weedless ones because also why not? So these are just straight lead, no color. So those other ones were a 1/4 ounce. These with the weed guard are a 1/2 ounce because I plan on playing these off the bottom a little bit more. But same idea, screw lock to it. No fancy color to it, just lead, little basic lead fish head. But we got a brush guard now, so we can get through some thicker cover, and you got 2 in that set right there. What are we gonna be throwing on those, you might ask? We're gonna be throwing some whales. So we got 2 new colors. They just dropped a whole bunch of colors on the whales, so I had to check them out, of course. Here we have Sexified Shad, so that like classic sexy shad color. The blue on the top and that chartreuse on the belly. Some nice silver flake in there as well. Huge paddle tail to it. So that big honking paddle tail is going to be moving a lot. Nice thick belly to it with those little fins on the side. I mean, I think it's going to do straight work. And then of course, pair that up, maybe something like this or that right there. And I think it's going to look good. So lots and lots we can do with that. Of course, we can throw it on belly weighted hooks as well. Throw a little underspin to it. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This is not my bread and butter. This is not how I fish. Never really have fished this way. So it's a learning experience this year. Come learn with me. Water's warm. Try it yourself. Okay, this next color is called Bait Juice. And I picked it up because it's just something different. I don't see anybody throwing anything like this around. It's kind of what I like to do. So we've got sort of this green pumpkin top section. Look at how shiny the bottom is. Yo. So like just the belly section is this like silver flash area. And the rest is this just like thick green color. But it does have those like electric shad flakes to it as well. So there's lots of really nice flash to this thing. So I thought that would look good in the water as well. All right, so that's it. So we went through it. Tons and tons of stuff here. So we had the Ned Fries in that cinnamon color, as well as the chartreuse pepper and cinnamon, making a spice cabinet out of my worms. Then we got the grass candy clouts, the flush. Can't wait to do that. 2 different colors there. There's watermelon, gill, and green pumpkin juice in those colors. We've got the bait juice whale. We got the sexified shad whale. We got a whole bunch of jigs, lots of jigs. Saltwater Magdog. My in-laws live in Florida, so maybe I'll just take only that bait with me to Florida. We got the 2 square bills, that big boy mini mag and the chartreuse in black. We got the Paranormal Craw Crush 50S, that freshwater hyper jerk 70, which I'm excited to throw as well. So lots of great baits, Lots of different things we can do with that. It's going to give us, you know, just really up in the arsenal for spring. I'm so ready for this ice to melt so I can get back out on the kayak. It's time to go. I can't wait, and I can't wait to take you guys with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're down for that, if you wanna go fishing with me and you wanna see more unboxings and more reviews, stick around to the channel. Consider subscribing, smash a like on this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when we post more content, and come hang out with me every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, when we go live on the YouTube channel with my buddy Paul Glass, and we talk to awesome people in the fishing industry. It's a ton of fun, and I'd love to see you there in chat. So thanks for watching the video today, guys. You've been awesome as always. I hope you're having a great day, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. See you then.